And it wasn't until I did my yoga teacher training that I realized, oh, she gave me something to do to silence my overactive brain, gave it something to be doing so that I could just get out of my own way and let my body heal.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Health Transformers. I am Becky Longacre. I'm your nurse gone coach, and today I am going to be interviewing Jeanette Burney. Jeanette is a physical therapist with over 32 years of experience, and she's launched her own PT business. Welcome, Jeanette.
Thank you, Becky. So glad to be here.
So we can get right into it. Why did you launch your personal practice?
Well, I needed to give more than I could in the traditional setting, short and simple. I had discovered yoga needed to be a huge piece of what I did, from personal injury and personal experience, how it affected me, bringing me into the present moment and conscious moment. From the very first yoga class I went to when I had a shoulder injury and couldn't go to my yoga class while I let the shoulder rest and was disheartened when PT didn't work. And my yoga teacher gave me a home practice to do. I did that, fast forward for 6 to 8 weeks. PT starts working. I get back on my mountain bike and hiking and enjoying life again with my husband and friends. And it wasn't until I did my yoga teacher training that I realized, oh, she gave me something to do to silence my overactive brain, gave it something to be doing so that I could just get out of my own way and let my body heal. And it was one of those moments of, oh, so that's why that 75-minute yoga class is so important for resting my brain, because during that time, I'm so busy following the cues of breathe here, move here, think about this. Can you feel this? Move that way, ground here, reach this way, that you can't think of your to-do list. The I should have said disappear. The not so great interaction with a friend or a client or a person in a store just disappears. And you can only think about what you're doing right then, and your brain gets a moment to rest. So when I took this back into the PT practice, it didn't fit as well in the traditional setting. I wanted more time. That traditional setting, I felt like we were ending up moving people out at about 80 to 85% to the way where they wanted to be at their goals. And I got into PT thinking I was going to take them all the way to 100%. And all of a sudden we weren't. And I said, there's more we can do. And when I discovered people will do their yoga and Pilates before they do their home PT practice, I went, what if I help them and make their home exercise program basically a yoga practice? Because it just treats so much of the body.
Yeah.
It's more comprehensive.
Yeah, 100%. It complements the traditional, enhances healing. So it's more comprehensive, as you said, 100%.
Yes. Yeah. And it just supports people a little bit beyond when they're more likely to drop off from what they were doing. Or like my client Beth, who came to me after an ankle surgery, afraid of regaining the weight she'd lost while she waited to start PT and rehab. We did share in bed yoga, and she's been with me for 3 years. We do yoga every Wednesday morning, and we practice together, and she's gotten so much stronger. Her original goal was to, in 6 months after her surgery, to hike around Emerald Lake in Banff, Canada. Banff, Canada, I think actually I'm saying it wrong. And instead her husband ended up taking her to Rome, and she climbed up the Colosseum instead. But she's just continued to get stronger. She's continued to lose weight, and she just is someone who's not a gym person, and she loves having one-to-one online.
That's an awesome result.
It's a really fun result to have, and she follows me. She says, you're never getting rid of me, she says.
Yeah, awesome. So you mentioned Beth. Who do you serve specifically?
So I have taken from my, let me start here. I'm a PT turned yoga teacher. I am bone fit trained. I'm certified to teach the Fishman yoga versus osteoporosis, and I'm menopause trained, and I specialize in women's health. Is what I've come away with my 20 plus years in a outpatient rehab setting, is that I really wanted to focus in on the women's health, osteoporosis, pelvic health issues. So it gave me a chance to kind of turn in there. So I'm looking at people who are having bladder issues. They're the ones who are embarrassed that they know where every bathroom is in town. They're having pelvic pain that's either affected by cycling, it's affecting their relationships with their partners, and they're feeling isolated. And they just want to feel connected with their friends and partner. And then there are women with sort of a falling out feeling where they're just really uncomfortable doing their day-to-day activities as well as playing with their grandkids or playing with their own kids. And they just want to feel joy and confident while they go jump on a trampoline. My osteoporosis folks, the reason I got into that was that I had someone come in for hip pain, but she said she was told she had osteoporosis. And the doctor had told her, don't bend and twist for fear of fractures. Whatever you do, don't fall. Go exercise. And from my position, I can offer you the medications, but please go exercise, and wasn't given any more information. And she went home and she got all overwhelmed looking all over the internet. What should she do? How did she learn about this disease? What's going to happen? And then she got nervous about her community exercise classes. Did they really understand the precautions for her? And they weren't really modifying because they weren't sure they understood. And she just got overwhelmed and scared. And what I know and believe is that if you can have somebody who work with someone and connect with someone who understands the diagnosis you're working with, understands your body at different ages, and understands the other diagnoses that might come in as we age, the horrible word of arthritis, that it can be a game changer. And so I turned into my practice and said, I really want to help those sage women who are frustrated with their bodies find that and create that confidence, that strength and agility, so that they can reconnect and keep up with their friends.
I love it. That's
Thank
powerful.
you. It's a blessing to be able to work with them.
Yeah.
And help them through and to feeling like they get past that. I've had clients come in with pain from even hiking, pelvic pain, and the answer after a few sessions and getting started on her own practice at home was, I didn't know this kind of PT existed, and B, I can now go hiking and not have pain. I just did this the other day. This is really great. And it was 4 sessions and she was off and running. And I had a client who came in during the pandemic, wanting to learn the yoga versus osteoporosis because Dr. Fishman's practices suggest that he can help with bone density as well as balance, strength, coordination, posture, and stress. And she and her husband had discovered that 70 hiking trails near their home that she wanted to go explore, but was afraid of hurting herself. And by the time we got done with her, getting her started on her practice, she says, I feel confident now. I have the strength and agility to go do those trails.
Awesome.
So it's nice to see people get to that point.
Absolutely. And you help get them there.
Yes, that feels good. But it really is all them. It's really that they're following through. And it's finding the right exercise program for them.
Right.
Because sadly, PT exercises are the boring stuff you do to get ready to go to the gym or go do the fun types of exercises, to go do Pilates, to go do a yoga class. It's the stuff that gets you ready to do it. And it's not always as fun to continue it ad nausea. So how do we support it so that they'll do something that keeps training those same movement patterns and muscles?
Right. So what I'm hearing you say for pain points are they're afraid that they're going to have a fracture, or they've already had a fracture. They want to increase their bone density. They want to increase their balance and their strength, so it's less likely they're going to fall, so that they're less likely to have a fracture. I'm hearing you say that you're going to help with a leaky bladder, which is a huge dignity issue. And I'm hearing you say that you're going to help with pelvic pain and even sexual intimacy by simple yoga exercises. Is that right?
That's our goal. That's what
Yeah.
we set out to do.
Right.
And it's been fun to see it evolve into this.
Awesome.
I do this with largely the osteoporosis with my Brilliant Bones program, which is 5 pillars that we look at: balance and posture, upper back strength. What are they doing for resistance training? And I like to use Dr. Fishman's yoga because it's gravity resistance. And then what are they doing for cardiovascular to help keep themselves healthy and to get a comprehensive approach to that? A lot of women come in with pieces of it and they only need some of it. Some people want the whole thing to really get a comprehensive, how do I address this and manage this? Because like with 30-year-old client, she's going to live with this osteoporosis for years. And how is she going to keep herself motivated to stay strong and not age prematurely or have her bones age prematurely?
Absolutely. If women are interested in learning more about working with you, where do they go?
So first is my website, Body In Tune LLC. Instagram, same thing, Body In Tune. And Facebook, again, Body In Tune LLC. Sorry, the Instagram has got everything has the LLC at the end.
Awesome. If there's one thing you could tell your ideal client, what would it be?
Thinking about that and saying, for those who would prefer not to go to a gym setting, I welcome the opportunity and the challenge to take your PT home exercises and turn it into a yoga practice for you to make it a little bit more sustainable and approachable.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
Jeanette Burney, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Becky, for having me. I appreciate it.
And I'll make sure that all of your contact information is in the description below.
Great. Thank you so much.